Hey, it's the Train Guy USA back with another video. This video will be a ride along on one of the transit lines that I created within the City Skylines video game on an Xbox One console. Now, I will get into more detail about this video game, but I won't get into detail about how I created this city because that is going to be part of a much longer video because it took a very, very long time for me to even get to this point. However, this video, as stated earlier, will be a ride along on one of the transit lines that I created, so I hope you enjoy. Stay tuned. All right, so what you're looking at is the city that I created via the City Skylines video game here on the Xbox One. So the name of the city is Westdale. I did not come up with the name of the city. I allowed the name generator for this video game to work as intended. So as of this recording, I had about 130,000 residents, which is a lot for this game on the console. I still have a lot of room to grow, but right now, I just want to do a ride along on one of the more popular trains in the city of Westdale. So here you're looking at an in station. This is a multi-train in station. So this has train lines for both the commuter rail, which you can see right there in the bottom left corner, and then the metro rail, which is over there on the right side. So for this ride along, we're going to be doing the metro rail in regards to the green line, which I have created. So I did create each of these train lines that you're looking at, and I did color code them. I just based this off of the train lines that we have here in the city of Chicago. Even though I did not build my city to mimic Chicago, but I did come a little bit close in regards to just the downtown skyscrapers and then utilizing the loop in regards to the trains going around downtown and then going back to their respective end stations. So for this ride along, we're going to be again on the green line. And we're going to start here and we're going to take this train all the way to downtown Westdale. We're going to go around the loop and then we're going to come back and end right here at this end station. So this is one of my favorite train lines in this city that I created. And I hope you have a lot of fun with this ride along because it is pretty cool. All right, and now we begin. So as you can see, the beautiful buildings that I've placed around this train station. So this part of Westdale, I'm trying to make this like the suburbs. So I don't really have a lot of bus lines, but I do have two train lines. You can't see it from here, but there is another train line just beyond those buildings there. But what you we're able to see there were the two stadiums that I have here on this side of Westdale. So I have a baseball stadium and a soccer stadium. Now, this city does have multiple sports teams, and you won't see it throughout this trip, but I do also have another baseball stadium and football stadium in the city. What you did just see there, and what you're seeing right now, you see the airplane, the airport is just over there, but you also did see the beautiful skyline of Westdale. So I did purchase, and you can see it again there. I purchased a lot of DLCs for this game. So I'm playing this game courtesy of Xbox Game Pass. So shout out Xbox Game Pass. And I've been playing it for, I want to say, maybe 3 years now. And I've gotten a lot better than I was before. So I purchased a lot of DLCs, including the Skyscraper DLC and the Transit DLC. So that's one of the reasons why you're able to see this kind of train here for the Green Line and able to see this station right here. So this is the first station outside of the end station for this particular line. Now, this is what you call a bypass elevated station. I have not devoted like any kind of express line yet for my elevated lines, but I may do so. So now this green line is making that turn and is getting closer to downtown Westdale. And you can see it's going over the river here. This is fantastic. Beautiful scenery, even though you have some dark, cloudy skies here in Westdale, very cloudy morning. But nonetheless, we have the train entering into another station. Now, without the transit DLC, I would just have a lot of train stations that look just like this. Pretty generic, pretty basic. When I first started this game, these are the kind of stations that I would use. Oh man, I didn't really have a good idea of what the heck I was doing, and a lot of my cities look like crap. So a lot of trial and error. So now the green line is entering into downtown Westdale. So I really used that skyscraper DLC to the max as best as I could. So with this, the green line is going to go around the loop. Now, there are three other transit lines that also utilize these tracks. So I've got the blue line, the purple line, and the brown line that all utilize these tracks around the loop. So I based this particular downtown to be similar to Chicago, just in regards to the loop. So I just wanted to have a loop of tracks to go around the skyscrapers, and then to have each train go to their respective end stations from there. What you did see earlier was one of the trains that's going in the opposite direction. I believe that that is the purple line. It's pretty sad that I don't know all of the train lines that I've created for downtown and which direction that they're going in. However, now this train is going to go around, is not going to go straight over there. That's actually for the blue line, which I will be doing a separate video on. Now, after going to those first two stations in the loop, it's going to go right over this little highway that we have here. And it's going to go into the next station, which is one of my actual favorite stations, as you're going to see here. Now, you can also see that I've got a like I said earlier, I've got a lot more room for growth. So I've got a lot of empty space that I can definitely add some more road to and get some more buildings into. Now, this station, unlike the other two stations that you just saw that were dual island platform stations, this is just a one platform on each side station. So it's not going to be really conducive for multiple trains to arrive at the same time, but it's still helpful. So this is actually station shops, which I think is pretty cool. It's a station that also includes some shops, and that's pretty cool to have downtown. Yes, if you're from St. Louis, yep, that's the Gateway Arch. Um, Here is the train going into another station. So for downtown here, I wanted to put a lot of dual island platform stations here. I like to put these kind of stations here when I have multiple train lines arriving at a station, sharing track and things like that. So now this is going to go to the next station here, and this is just going to make its rounds around the loop. As you can see there, that those tracks are for both the brown and the purple line trains to go to the north side of the city, but they also don't share any tracks after downtown. They kind of split apart. Actually, they do share tracks going into one station, and then they split apart from there. I really want to make sure that all of the train lines didn't share tracks for a very long time with another train line. I did make that mistake before when I built my first few cities. I would have just train lines sharing tracks from just the beginning to the end, and I realized that was not helpful at all. Just to gain more ridership. So this is just again making its rounds or making its round around the loop. You can see here now. I'm all about really good energy. I don't use coal or oil to energize the city. However, if you're looking at this and you're a veteran of this game, you're just like, how did you afford all of this stuff? I used the unlimited money option. I did not have time to waste to try to make money legitimately. So, yeah, I put that on. And I don't feel bad about that at all. All right, so we we are entering the last station for the Green Line in the loop. And as you can see off in the distance, there is an opera house that I put downtown, and then you have a much better view of some of the skylines. And then you also have a view of that empty space right there that I need to fill with another street and some more buildings. I do not have any more skyscrapers to use, so it's just going to be small buildings from here on out. Now, I must applaud myself for the effort that I made with this transit line as well as the entire loop. This is, I want to say, maybe my second or third attempt to make a loop within the downtown of a city that I have created via City Skylines. And I want to say this is the best effort thus far. So, in my much larger video that I'm going to make, that is going to detail how I created this entire city and all of the transit lines, I am going to also share footage of my previous cities that I've created so you can see just how disastrous those cities were and how horrible my effort was previously. But hey, I didn't know much, and it took me a while to get it here. Now, by no means am I saying that this is perfect. I'm pretty sure if someone's watching this that has played City Skylines, especially on PC, they're looking at the city like, oh my God, this is disgusting. I could do a lot better. And you're probably right. I am not an expert at this game. I am just playing this for fun. I have read that it's a lot better to create cities on PC as opposed to console, and you have lot more room for growth with PC as opposed to console. But I'll get into that again in my much larger video about this video game. But this is just, again, a good effort on my part. Now, as we go to the final station for this line, I will say that I am considering adding another station just beyond the highway here, as you see, going back into what I've dubbed as the suburb of Westdale. However, I don't want to just create a station just to create a station. I did do that in the past, and I realized that my ridership suffered from that. But I do see that there is an opportunity right here where you're looking at to perhaps put another station there. Now, for other videos, I am also considering maybe doing a ride along for my commuter rail, but that won't be as long because it's a little bit more difficult to make a commuter rail with a lot of stations when you already have metro rail that also has a lot of stations and you don't have a lot of room in a city when you create it on a console, I should say, rather than creating it on PC when you have a lot more room to work with. So I may do a ride along via commuter rail, but I don't know yet. However, I will do other ride alongs for other metro lines that I have created within the city of Westdale as we pull into the end station. So that was a good ride along. You're able to see a lot of the city, and you will see more of the city throughout other ride-alongs as well. So this is again the end station for the Green Line, and as I had mentioned before, there is, I should say, another train line that's relatively close, and that would be the red line. So you can see here, it's on the other side of these buildings and the other side of the highway. So you have the green line there, and then you have the red line here, which this is where the red line ends. So this would be the second most popular train line in the city of Westdale. Now, I'm not going to do a ride along here just because after this station, this train does go underground and it stays underground for quite some time. And it doesn't come back above ground until it reaches its end station on the other side of Westdale, which is right here. You're going to see here shortly. And I think it's a beautiful end station, and it's actually an end station for two metro lines. So you have the red line at the top right, and then you have the blue line at the bottom left for this end station. Now, the next video that I'm going to do will be on the blue line. Now, you also have other end stations here that include the purple line and then the brown line. So I'm also going to do some videos for those as well. So again, this was a very good effort on my part, and I can't wait to show you all more of this beautiful city of Westdale. I think, again, I did a really, really good job just to fit all of these train lines in to the city. And, it's really, really cool. And I can't wait to show you all much, much